I'd like to invite Shri Sanju Soni to welcome us and talk on behalf of the Oberoi Hotels and give his views, give his comments, talk about his memories as far as khazana is concerned, because he's very keenly and very closely associated with khazana. So let's give a big hand to Shri Sanju Soni.
Thank you, Pankaj.
First of all, a warm welcome to the members of the press. On behalf of all of us, you have been supporting us for the last 17 years, and I'm hopeful you'll do that. A big clap for that. I won't take much time and say much, but I would like to first congratulate three persons. Anup Jalota, Talat, Aziz, Pankaj Udhas, who are the people who are behind the khazana. And above that, I will particularly mention the name of Pankaj Udhas, who has converted khazana from an event to an institution. I would also like to thank Soni ji for having supported and Oberoi management for so many years. And lastly, I would like to thank Mr. Venkatesh from the Union Bank, who has supported us for the last 7 years. Thank you very much.
As we talk about khazana, khazana means very old association, very old friends who have supported us all along without even blinking an eyelid. There's one such major organization which has been with us in khazana from the first year. I remember when I was in college, I started banking with Union Bank. And my first bank account was with Union Bank. At that point, I had never thought that I would meet Union Bank in a different role, in a different way, and I would work with them on this project. Union Bank has supported us from the first khazana. And big hand for them. And they have supported us for last 17 years and very generously, without asking questions, and always there to help us. Today, we have Mr. Venkatesh of Union Bank here with us. I would like him to come on stage and say a couple of words to our August gathering here.
Thank you, Pankaj. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great privilege and pleasure to me in front of all the great artists here, particularly Anup Jalota ji, Pankaj Udhas ji, Talat ji, great artists on the universe. It's a Union Bank of India is proud to have such great artists with this khazana. I congratulate the promoters of khazana. Really, they have given an opportunity for a bank who doesn't look beyond the finance and business. And it's a festival of ghazals, actually. It's a great treasure. Because when I thought khazana means bahut sara inke paas deposit hoga, paisa hoga, bahut sara hoga. So when I saw this festival of ghazals, really it's a great opportunity for Union Bank of India. पैसे business छोड़ के थोड़ा music या थोड़ा दिमाग थोड़ा ठंडा करने के लिए ghazals बहुत ज़रूरी है. When I was in college, I was really a fan of अनूप जलोटा जी और पंकज जी, हम सुनते थे चिट्ठी आई ऐसा ऐसा, तो आज रियली मेरा एक ड्रीम था कि ये लोगों को मैं मिलूं, इनसे मैं बात करूं. सो रियली आई एम पर्सनली एज ए जनरल मैनेजर ऑफ यूनियन बैंक ऑफ इंडिया एंड माय पब्लिसिटी डिपार्टमेंट, आई एम रियली डन दैट एंड आई एम प्राउड ऑफ यू सर. थैंक यू सो मच, बिकमिंग माय ड्रीम ट्रू. एंड जब तक खजाना रहेगा, यूनियन बैंक साथ 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 चलेगा. दैट इज माय कमिटमेंट टू खजाना. It's a great noble cause for the, because I'm also really a sufferer from this cancer. I lost my wife last year due to cancer. So really I'm very proud कि cancer patients के लिए आप लोग कर रहे हैं. The first day I met the people of some representatives came to me and they were talking about the khazana. So I was so impressed and sentimental about this program. And when I just heard that such a great artists are associated with this khazana, so I was really felt very happy. So Union Bank is always with khazana. Any development, any further going forward, we will be always supporting this event. And I wish this artist a great job, sir. You are doing for a noble cause. Union Bank will support this in future also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Venkatesh, for your kind words. We are also thankful to various other sponsors who have helped us continuously in the last 17 years. We have Exim Bank, which has supported us. We have India Oil. We have Tata Mutual Fund, Grover Zampa, and one and only Mr. Bhandari, who keeps everyone in the right spirit during Khazana, for giving us the famous Kingfisher. We also have many artists whom I would like to talk about a little later. But at the same time, we also would like to thank Mr. Burma of Oberoi Hotels, the Vice President. We would like to thank our compeers, Salim Arif, Rakshanda Khan, RJ Anmol, RJ Ruchi. And we also have an announcement to make that this year we have two very bright young poets. These poets are at the moment a sensation on all the social media. They are really writing very well. One is Ajay Pandey and the other poet is Alok Srivastav. They would be a part of Khazana this year. They would recite their poetry in the interim gaps where we have artist changeover and things like that. They would be reciting their poetry. In fact, Nayab told me, shared a very interesting incident with me. She said that last year she got a mail from somebody from Dubai asking for the details of the live streaming of Khazana. And the reason he gave was that he was having 100-odd people over at his house. He had put up a big screen and a projector. And he was going to stream Khazana live with his guests. He converted it into a mini Khazana in Dubai. And he did that for 2 nights. And I'm sure this year also he's been inquiring as to what are the details of live streaming, and we would like to have the same party in Dubai. I think that speaks a lot about the live streaming aspect of Khazana. A few years back, we joined hands with Hungama, which is one of the most prominent digital platform in the country. And Hungama came in as a partner. And Hungama has been doing live streaming of Khazana, and you'll be surprised that now Khazana is reaching Alaska, and Khazana is reaching Brazil, and Khazana is reaching in every part of the world. You should see when we see the live streaming, you'll be surprised that we get requests from people across, people from South Africa, people from America, people from Canada, requesting various ghazals, songs of their favorite artists. So this has been a great addition to a value addition, I will say, to Khazana, because live streaming and Hangama's partnership has brought Khazana on an international platform, on a very, very big platform, and for which we are very, very thankful to the entire team of Hangama, which is ably led by Shri Neeraj Roy. I would request Neeraj Roy to come up and say a couple of words.
Thank you, Pankaj. I think today when we think about streaming and we talk about digital, it almost seems like second nature. But 7 years back when we started this wonderful association, all credit to all of you, Pankaj, the famous trio of Anup ji, Talat bhai, and Nayab, Sudeep ji, the entire association that we have had with the wonderful artists and the manner in which you have all encouraged and attempted to groom new talent. This year was particularly special because it's something that you spoke of a few years ago. You've always been wanting to leverage the digital platform to access and harness and reach out newer talent. And this year with Khazana, Artist Allowed, which is our platform for artists, over 1,000 artists across different genres, teamed up, and we were able to get entries from 75 cities in India in its first year itself. And some of those artists, which you all have obviously gone through the judging process, will also be showcased here. So we are immensely delighted, proud, and privileged to be associated with Khazana. And we thank the parents unit of the Thalassemia unit, the Cancer Patients AIDS Association, and the Oberoi group, including all your partners, Union Bank, Exim Bank, Indian Oil, etc., and our radio partner, Radio Nasha, as this one big, you've given us a chance to be a part of this one big Khazana family, and we're truly delighted for that, and we will attempt to take this to more and more markets across the world. Thank you, sir.
As Mr. Roy, Neeraj Roy, talked about the talent hunt, this was a baby step in the direction of taking Khazana across to India. We organized a talent hunt and invited entries from across India. We received 236 entries from 75 cities, and it was very kind of all my colleagues, which is Talat Aziz, Anup Jalota ji, Sudeep Banerjee, Rekha Bhardwaj ji, all of them to come on board and judge these young artists in 3 rounds and then declare 2 winners. I wouldn't call them winners. I would say that 2 of them were selected. And it's really wonderful to know, and I'm happy to announce that they would be a part of Khazana 2018. Both these artists who have come through the talent hunt will perform at Khazana, for which I have my special thanks to Somini Sridhar Paul for organizing the talent hunt, and on behalf of artistallowed.com. Somini is the head of Artist Allowed. She is the vice president. I would like Somini to come and say a couple of words about the talent hunt.
So I think, I mean, first of all, just being able to associate with a property like this was a huge, it just felt absolutely overwhelming. When we decided to run this contest, we wanted to do it something which is completely digital. And so the idea was not to look at any kind of local auditions, look at how people can actually participate by just sending their entries. And I think the beauty of it was, like, you know, Neeraj also mentioned, 75 cities, and some of the cities we didn't even know existed. But it was beautiful when we had these entries come in. And I think Pankaj gave in so much time. Really, you know, you're an inspiration because he sat and listened, along with Sudeep ji, of course, and Rekha ji as well, and sat down from 236, brought it down to 25. And from those 25, we shortlisted 10. And then Anup ji and Talat ji joined, and they also listened and watched each and every entry very meticulously to make sure that whoever was selected deserved to be there. Because this is such a big platform. And while we have, I mean, like this year we have, you know, Mami Khan and Richa Sharma and a lot of other artists coming and performing, the two new talent had to really stand up to them. And I think they will. Yeah, they're very good. So I think everyone who comes to watch Khazana this year is definitely going to have a great event. But thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you, Soumini, for the talent hunt, and I am really looking forward to getting bigger the next year. Maybe we would take it on a larger scale, and instead of 200, we'll have 2,000 entries, I'm sure. And I'll put all my colleagues in overwork mode, actually. I would also like to thank our radio partner, Radio Nasha, for all their support. And the Chief of Programming, Mr. Gaurav Sharma, was here. I would have invited him to say a couple of words, but I think he had some meeting and he had to leave, so he went away. But anyways, thank Radio Nasha, thank Gaurav. I would like to thank Gaurav for their unconditional support. Our official hoarding partner is Minimax, Mr. Arvind Bhandari. They have always stood by us, given us some amazing hoardings at key sites in Mumbai, and providing us hoardings all over the city. I'd like to thank Vaibhav Patil of Ginger PR for all his support. He does this absolutely without any fees. He does it out of passion, out of support to this cause. I'd like to thank Reba Udas for all the social media awareness campaign for Khazana. All the campaign is run by her. Obviously, I find it difficult to talk about it, but because she is my daughter, but my special thanks to Nayab Udas for putting together tremendous amount of efforts. Last 1 month I have not seen her because she works from 8 in the morning till 10 in the night every day, only for Khazana. Thank you, Nayab, for all your support. And this could not have been complete without the presence of all my dear friends from the media. Thank you so much for turning out here in large number. And thank you for your continued support for 17 years. I also would like to give a little, before I say thank you and goodbye, I'd like to mention that this year's lineup consists of renowned artists, which are Shri Anup Jalota, Janab Talat Aziz, Srimati Rekha Bhardwaj, Richa Sharma, Sudeep Banerjee. And then this year Khazana has a very, very special project, a special offering, a special presentation created by the generation next and most promising classical musicians. We have Srimati Kaushiki Chakrabarti, Shri Rakesh Chaurasia, Shri Purbayan Chatterjee, Shri Deepak Pandit, and Shri Ojas Adia. They will be doing a fusion item, but with a flavor of Ghazal, which would bring in the Ghazal at an opportune moment in the fusion. This is something which we really are looking forward to. Then we have, on the second day, we have a very special item by a very famous Rajasthani folk artist, Shri Mame Khan ji. Mame Khan is very popular for his inimitable style. He is going to incorporate Ghazal singing into his folk and do a presentation, special presentation for Khazana. We have some wonderful, promising, extremely talented youngsters whom we have really chosen because of on the merits of their talent, which are Prithvi Gandharva. Prithvi is here today. Divakar Meena, who's from Bhopal, very promising, very talented artist. We have Rajvinder Kaur, who's from Amritsar, again a very talented young lady. We have Gayatri Gayakwad from Pune, who's also very promising, a wonderful singer. And then we have these two artists, as I said, from the talent hunt, Aditya Lange from Jammu and Oshin Bhatia from Delhi. Then we have these two young, exceptionally talented young singers, Abhas and Shreyash. They would be doing a special presentation for Khazana. We've all heard, I'm sure, Abhas and Shreyash on various social platforms or otherwise on YouTube. I'm absolutely sure that they are really going to enthrall the audience this year in Khazana. I cannot say that sometimes I wonder as to how God gifts a musician, how God is kind to a musician. There is one such artist who's gifted, who's blessed, who's Sneha Shankar, who's an amazing singer. She's such a young girl. She's, I think, 11 years old. Sneha would be performing on one day. So this is the lineup of Khazana, which is quite exhaustive. And I feel that Khazana this year would certainly have tremendous amount of variety and entertainment. I once again thank you all for being here this afternoon and lending your support. Before I say bye, I would like very dear friend Shri Anup Jalota ji, who has been a part of this whole Khazana since the first year. In fact, the whole concept of Khazana came about and came around with the help of Talat, Aziz and Anup Jalota. The three of us together conceived this and we kind of worked on this concept so that we can present Khazana. So I'd like to invite Anup Bhai to come and say a couple of words.